Welcome to my Dragon Kindred. I'm Drake Raven, and let's play some games. Welcome back to Cities Skylines. I'm Drake Raven, and in this week of the Twin Dragon series, we're here in week 2 to expand upon the Dragon Village. Well, first I think that we should take a look at filling in this gap between the industry and the little bit of the industrial top hat area that I had started with. I'll turn the camera here, take a look at this. And looking at the way that I've got this set up, I'm going to try to see about putting in a road here, but I want to be a little bit again, different than what I've done before. So we're going to drag our extension out here and try to get a curved road. Give us a little bit of a nice little depth. Something of a bit of a different shape. And we'll take a moment to figure out exactly what kind of road we want in here. My initial thought was to put in a couple of straight forks, and then I wanted to try to figure out how to utilize as much of that space as possible. So here I'm extending this first extension, and then when I get to the second part here in just a moment, you'll see that I end up deciding to, instead of making a just simple triangle, I go back to making a slightly different angled straight part and end up making almost a little bit of a U shape in this odd little curve. Although the triangle would be a very nice fit for this area, I decided against that just to try again something a little bit different. So I'm going to just fix up this little bit of the corner here in just a second, and then we can work on placing down, of course, the real estate and getting all the wonderful people to fill in the city. Well, there we go. Getting all the people here to come in and fill in the city. Oh, it looks like I need to fill in some water here. I forgot to extend that. So we'll just make a couple of branches over to kind of, again, fill out this area. And then one little branch into the middle just to make sure everybody has water, because everybody does get a little bit thirsty. Well, this is just a little bit of an oversight on my part here. I apparently have grown the city a little bit too fast and need to fix this power issue. So we're going to come in here and put down an extra power plant here as soon as we can. Looks like our funds are a bit short. We may be able to get one. There we go. I think we can get one in there right now. And then we've got to fix our actual power and our growth again. We'll come back over here and take a closer look at what's going on at night. Everything seems to be filling in quite nicely. Well, it seems that the people are demanding more houses here and some more commercial. So we'll take a moment to finish out putting in the rest of this actual area on the back side of the curve, filling in a little bit more of the neighborhood, rounding out the area. And we'll also take a moment to fill in a few of the commercial areas in the corners, and again, just to connect the uh, industrial area before we head on to the other sections. We'll fill in these commercial areas along the main road, and that way we will have enough to work on expanding out. Everything's pretty much filled in very nicely at this point. And there was much rejoicing as, of course, we went from a hamlet to now a village. My grew very nicely, so we're going to take a moment to finish filling in the other improvements for the city. We're going to take a moment to get the firehouse here in between the two commercials zones. And then we're going to add in our police station here on the other end of that street, again, kind of near the main road. Make all the people nice and happy that they have their police and their fire protection. Well, with the citizens happy at this point, I want to take a moment to expand out this little tiny corner here, at least far enough to the main road, just to make sure that we have everything filled out, again, to help out with the what will end up being, hopefully, the initial district of our little tiny town. So I'm going to take a moment here and bring in a road process here shortly. And we're going to tuck that along the back section right up against the edge of the path here. I decided to not go all the way out. Instead, I just make a little bit of a upside down L shape here to fill in a little bit more of this area and get some more residences all the way down, and of course still reserving some space for the commercial areas along the main road. Normally, I'm not this bad about the city planning process here. It seems that this city is definitely growing a lot faster than I initially anticipated. So at this point, we'll take a moment to try to figure out what we can do about fixing our major power issues. And it seems that we're going to need to perhaps take a little bit of a loan out. We can always come back and be able to repay it. I try to be very careful and not doing too much on this. But it seems that we're going to definitely need a major upgrade here for power. So, first thing I'm going to take a closer look at actually is the economy and the civics. I actually forgot to go into this earlier. So I decided to go ahead and go with, I believe, 10s down the board just a little bit more, just to help out the growth. And we'll take a moment, of course, to get this basic $20,000 loan, and then we can work on, of course, switching out our power setup. I decided to go ahead and get the $5,000 to expand out so that I can try to follow along in Jonti's footsteps of over Geekism and trying to make a nice little forested industrial area. And actually, in looking back at what we've got, going to take the time, at least for the initial process, fill in our windmills here to at least get us enough power to keep going. I decided to go ahead and put in a second one just to make sure that we've got what we need. Now, it might take a little bit of time for the power to sort itself out. We'll come over here back to our little upside down L shape here and fill in our little residences and our, of course, commercial zones that we want right up against the highway a little bit. I do actually take the time to, as you'll see here, sculpt the actual commercial so that it will be accessed on just the main road rather than the entry road to the actual city. Usually, if you can give yourself a little bit of a gap, rather than putting it right up against the street, you won't have the actual city building build on the wrong actual driveway or street there. So give yourself a little bit of a gap, and that will actually help out in the future. And we'll hopefully let this city get going with its growth here. And hopefully, there we go, all the power issues are getting now sorted out. So that actually looks quite nice as we're actually getting a chance to see that last little corner fill out and grow and make a nice complete little village. One last improvement here, of course, is completing this water in this little bit of the corner. At this point, we're going to take the time and let it grow and see how the people fill in the few extra little spots that we've managed to add just to make the city round out. Seems that we've got some good a little bit of growth there on the right hand side, filling in those actual shops along the main road, which is exactly what we needed. Our tiny town, we are actually very close, just a few hundred people off of that. So that'll definitely be our plan for the next week's episode. As we take a closer look here at the growth that we've managed to add in to fill out our city, I want to, of course, thank everyone for being here, and I will see you on the morrow. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Drake Raven, and special thanks to all my Dragon Kindred.